Kevin Thomas here with you live from SEC Media Days, day one, with the publisher of SouthernPigskin.com, BJ Bennett, and the editor of SouthernPigskin.com, Matt Osborne. Day one recap. Guys, big storylines from day number one. Give me your biggest.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin, I think the biggest at this point is the emergence of South Carolina as, and this blasphemous years ago, not just an SEC favorite, but a national championship favorite. And we talked to, 5, 6, 7 guys in the national media who feel like South Carolina is one of 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 teams that has a legitimate chance to win a national championship. And keep in mind, Matt, prior to the baseball team winning the national title a few years ago, South Carolina had never won a national title, ever. So, and then we're talking about football in the SEC, but listen, they brought Jadeveon Clowney this evening. They brought Connor Shaw, Bruce Ellington, star players, and with Steve Spurrier on top of that, they were the storyline in day one. And I think we came here, Matt, assuming that South Carolina was going to be the slight favorite over Georgia, but I think that was reinforced by the folks we talked to. And everybody I spoke with feels like South Carolina can win the national championship.
I'm a big believer, and you look at the balance they have there, great players on offense and defense, but I look particularly at the schedule, and I think to me it boils down to 3 games. You look at the Georgia game, the Clemson game, and the Florida game, and I think what really is going to help South Carolina is early on, you play a Thursday night game to open the season, you get 2 extra days to prepare for Georgia, you get a bye week before Florida, and you get Coastal Carolina the week before Clemson. So I think the schedule works out very well for a potential run to the national championship.
And guys, if a defensive player were going to win the Heisman, certainly the throngs were after Jadeveon Clowney today in various rooms. You're talking about circles of people so thick you couldn't see him in there.
No, you couldn't. If you wanted to know where Jadeveon Clowney was, it was like trying to find your kid in the wave pool. You know, just look for the conglomerate of people, and I think that's him. But no, he was a superstar today. He is a superstar, and Jadeveon Clowney, Johnny Manziel, those are the guys for SEC Media Days, and it was Clowney's day today.
Absolutely, I agree, and I think with good reason, because you're looking at him, the most dynamic college football player that we've seen, at least in the last decade. I think well-deserved, and I think he's a guy, if you're looking for a potential defensive player to be that first true defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy, I think it has to be Jadeveon Clowney.
And finally, guys, to wrap up day number one, the other big team here was the University of Florida. Will Muschamp, Matt, we'll start with you. Certainly got a lot of questions about his offense and where it's going to be here in 2013.
Yeah, you look at the defense, you return 4 starters, but so much talent there. They've recruited so well on defense. I don't think you have questions. To me, it still comes down to, can Jeff Driscoll get it done under center, and where are your playmakers in the passing game? You still don't know. This is year number 2 with Brent Pease, and I think we all expect him to open it up a little bit more here in his second year, but is Jeff Driscoll even capable of throwing the football with regularity, consistently good? And where are your playmakers going to be out wide, BJ?
That was the question. You look at Florida traditionally, offensively, Ike Hilliard, Reed-L. Anthony, Jaquez Green, Travis McGriff, Chris Doring, Percy Harvin, Riley Cooper, Lewis Murphy. Where is that playmaker? And Jeff Driscoll is going to get evaluated, bottom line, because he's the quarterback. But can you judge a quarterback if his receivers aren't helping him out consistently on the perimeter? So Florida has talent on the edge. Will it all come to fruition? Will it realize itself? I thought optimism around the Ole Miss program as well, and Missouri. So a fun day one today.
And that's your day one recap here from Hoover, Alabama. For BJ Bennett, Matt Osborne, I'm Kevin Thomas here on SouthernPigskin.com.